Hi, my name is Annie Left, and today I'm going to be talking about crayfish. So, crayfish are also known as crawfish or crawdads, and they have a lot of different names, especially in southeastern United States. But their scientific name is Procambrius clarki. Their natural habitat is freshwater, so this includes closed freshwater spaces like rivers, ponds, and lakes or swamps, but this can also be freshwater found anywhere. If there's water in South Central United States, Southeastern United States, or Northeastern New Mexico, there's a high likelihood that you're going to be able to find a crayfish. They just inhabit any freshwater that they can find. Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries considers crayfish to be opportunistic omnivores, which basically means that they eat anything in sight that they're able to eat. And this includes things like decomposed plant material, living soft plants, and any aquatic animal meat. Um, Most of the time, this is like decomposed or decaying animal meat, but they're able to eat it. And they're also cannibalistic, so this means that they can eat um, and will eat other crayfish, especially baby crayfish. And this all takes place at night, as that's when they eat. For predator-prey relationships, crayfish are a very important part of their food chain. They're considered to be keystone species, which basically means that if they were taken out of a food chain and a food web, um, their lack of presence would be extremely felt, and it would change a lot of things. They are predators to plants and small invertebrates or fish, like stated in the last slide on what they eat. And they are also prey to larger fish and water birds, and even sea mammals. So they eat a lot of different things and are eaten by a lot of different things. Hence the reason why they're so important. So for evolved traits, these include segmentation, joint appendages, molting, open circulatory system, dorsal ganglia, ventral nerve cord, and chitin exoskeleton. The top picture represents segmentation, which is just the development of different segments in the body, and then the bottom picture represents joint appendages, and those are two different types listed there. Um, and crayfish have the one on the right. Molting is basically the shedding of their exoskeleton, and this happens a lot, especially in the arthropoda, which is the um, a group that these organisms are in. And then the other four listed have to do with the nervous or circulatory systems, and the chitin exoskeleton is basically the fact that their exoskeleton is made of chitin. So on the tree of life, crayfish are in the domain Eukarya, which means they're a eukaryotic organism. They're in the kingdom Animalia, which means they are an animal, and they're in the phylum Arthropoda, which means they're an arthropod. Like I stated earlier, crayfish are super important because they are a keystone species, but they're also ecosystem engineers. They take part in burrowing within their habitat, and this creates a ecosystem and a place for other organisms to live and thrive. They're also nutrient cycling and decomposers. Um, they feed on a lot of decaying content, and they cycle through a lot of things. And so they're very helpful to a lot of environments because of that. Um, and when it comes to humans and how they're important to humans, when you see crayfish, there's a high likelihood that the water that you are seeing them within has good quality because crayfish like to be living in good water quality. And so if you see them, it suggests that. But also, crayfish provide a tasty and hearty source of protein, vitamins, minerals, and omega-3 fats that highly benefit the human body. And so they're a great source of food for us as well. And these are my sources. Thank you so much.